Now that's something you don't see every day. Looks like a couple sealed PS2 games in there. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe what just happened in there. What's going on, folks? Today I am on my way down to South Carolina to go to the Southeast Game Exchange video game conference, which, to be honest, that video has probably already come out. But all the way down there, you guys already know what we're gonna be up to. Doing some video game hunting. I'm outside of Shylock's Pond here in somewhere Tennessee. I think we're outside of Knoxville. And today we're gonna make our way down to a warehouse full of used books, videos, and most importantly, video games. As you can tell, I am stoked to take you guys along for this journey, so let's head in there. And if I can buy a few of these, do you guys ever do discounts that way?
No, because we give a certain amount and sell them for a certain amount.
Okay, I gotcha.
How much are new PS4 games? They're like 60 bucks, I think.
Maybe PS5 games would be.
Okay, how much are new PS4 games?
I think
$40, $50?
They probably range from like 20 to 40.
So those are 10, so.
Appreciate it.
No problem, I'll ring you up whenever you're ready.
Thanks, yeah. I think I'm about ready. Well, had a little bit of success at our first pawn shop of the day. Unfortunately, this was a rare case where they weren't willing to negotiate at all. That guy was under the impression that PS4 games sell for like $60 in new condition. So he wasn't willing to come down at all off of the $10 a piece price point on them. But nonetheless, we were able to find a couple. One of them was Game of Thrones on the PS4 for 10 bucks. This sells for like 32 before fees, so maybe like 24, 25 after fees. So that was a good deal for 10. And then finally, Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires. We picked this one up for 4. It's worth like 8. So we should make around $18 or so after fees on those two games. One question that I was thinking about as I was in there that people ask me a lot, because I was scanning a lot of games that ended up being worth only like $5 to $7. People will ask, hey, how do you know what games to scan with, by the way, the Amazon Seller app, which is the app that I scan games with? How do you know which games to scan? And the answer is just anything that I don't know already off the top of my head is a worthless game I'm going to scan. And yeah, it's a lot of work, but honestly, that's just how you learn. You have to put in work to learn a business. So coming away with $18 profit from this stop, let's get to the next one. Now that's something you don't see every day. Looks like a couple sealed PS2 games in there. I'll definitely be taking a look at those, especially the Hitman 2 right there for 30 bucks. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Could I take a look at some of these games in here? Sure. Thanks. What was the price y'all had on that DS there? And there aren't any like games or anything it comes with, does it?
No.
Okay. The other one I was interested in was one of these guys down here. The one in the front middle here.
Hitman or something?
Hitman. I think I will go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Could I check out the Stuntman too? Are there any other ones that are still sealed?
The problem is with that one is what somebody did to it here.
Had some marker on there.
That one.
Oof.
And instead of putting it in the bag,
Right.
these two.
Yeah, that would have been. Well, would you guys be willing to work me a deal on these two if I bought these as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just these two and the stunt and the Hitman. See you, John.
Yeah. If I did all 3 of those, what do you think you could do for me?
Let me look at this.
Okay.
So I'll do 10 on that.
Okay.
Do 10 on that.
Alrighty. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe what just happened in there. So in that Cash America, almost everything was super overpriced. I mean, they were trying to sell like Mario 64 for the DS, which is like a $10 game for 30 bucks. They had Guitar Hero on the PS4 for 30 bucks. I mean, there were a lot of pretty high prices. And I was just about to walk out when I spied in the PS2 section, some of their games were kind of bagged up like this. I was like, huh, what's the deal with that? And as I looked closer, I realized that some of them are indeed sealed. Brand new sealed PS2 games in a Cash America, and there were some decent ones too. We got definitely one of the better ones, Hitman 2 Silent Assassin sealed. This game has multiple sold comps of over $100. We picked this one up for 30. And then these two, the only unfortunate thing is they do have a little bit of permanent marker on the plastic up here. The good thing is, I think this will be relatively easy to get off with either like some nail polish remover or alcohol or something like that. This game, I wasn't actually able to find any sealed sold comps for, which may be a good sign, may not, I don't really know. Couldn't find any listed either, but $15, she marked it down to 10 for me. I leveraged the marker marks here for a little bit of negotiation power. So 10 bucks on brand new beach volleyball, and then finally also $10 on sealed Stuntman on the PS2. This is another game. It had two sold comps in sealed black label condition. One of them was at 130 bucks and the other was at 150. And we just picked it up for $10. Oh my gosh. What I'm honestly probably going to do with these games is clean them up as best I can and then send them in for grading at WADA to increase the value even more. The fact that they sell for so much in sealed condition is a really good indicator that it will likely be worth it to send them in to get graded to increase the value that much more. But wow, folks, we're looking at over $200 profit at least on these three games. Even if we were to just sell them ungraded, I'm over the moon. Pretty much anything else that happens today is just gonna be icing on the cake at this point. And by the way, will somebody please hit those like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already for these killer PS2 finds in our second stop of the day. Absolutely amazing. For that Wii there, does it not come with anything like cords or anything?
Yes, it does. It's in the back of it.
Oh, okay. Does it have like a controller and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, could I take a look at that? Appreciate it. And has this been tested and everything? Mm-hmm. I think I'll go ahead and do that. I'm gonna take a look at the games real quick too. What do y'all charge for the disc onlys?
$1 is fine.
All right.
If it doesn't have a
That works for me. Oh man, folks, 3 stops and 3 hits so far. This day is going amazing. So definitely got some solid pickups at this stop. First thing, biggest thing, was this $25 black Wii console. Really solid deal on that. Fair warning, you're not gonna see me pick up a whole lot of consoles on this trip outside of handhelds, just because they're kind of a pain to test and ship and everything. I'm a one-man operation, so I normally stay away from them. Not to mention sometimes when you buy them at pawn shops, like they may be defective, and when I'm traveling, I can't return them, and it's a whole thing, but it's kind of hard to argue for $25. There could also be a game in here, you never know. It came with all the hookups as well as a white Wii remote, so I figured in this case for $25, I'll go ahead and take a risk. Then we also got a few solid games. We got Samurai Warriors 4, this was $10 and it'll go for around $37 after fees, so that was a really solid pickup. And then we got 4 loose PS3 games for $1 a piece, and I was just going on memory from these. I honestly don't remember the prices exactly that I'll be able to get, but we have Tekken 6 on the PS3, Fight Night Round 3, Fight Night Round 4, I know will do well. I think that's at least like a $15 or $20 game. And then we have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, because I know there are some games that are valuable in that franchise. I just couldn't remember exactly which ones. But yeah, folks, without further ado, I say let's go ahead and get to McKay's. Used book and video game warehouse. Well, here we are, folks. McKay's used books, CDs, DVDs, and more. As you guys know, we're gonna be after the more section of that list today. I'm really excited because many of you guys know I've been to a McKay's before, but that was the Nashville location. I've never actually been to this one, so we're going to get to experience it for the first time together. Well, as you guys can see, just like the Nashville location, this place is absolutely massive. I'm gonna get back downstairs and dive into the video game section and we'll see what we can find. Okay, not gonna lie, some of these t-shirts are actually kinda sick. Nothing actually vintage, but a lot of like vintage inspired stuff. Oh, look at that, wow. Buzz Lightyear, let's go. Man, I need to get out of this section. Alright, so checking out some Skylanders here. I'm actually going to pick up this starter pack Imaginator here. I normally don't buy these, but they're only $3, and I'm actually looking for this one and the Penguin to complete a Skylanders Switch game that I recently bought in another purchase. So I'm gonna see if I can find the Penguin in, oh, there he is. These two are the most common, so it's not surprising at all that I was able to find both of these, but we're gonna go ahead and pick these up. Now I just have to find the portal. So we've got the electronics accessory section over here. This is definitely a place that you're likely to find stuff that goes to video games that is somewhat underpriced. So I'm definitely going to be taking a close look at the stuff that is bagged up over here. One thing that I saw, okay, yeah, this thing got a PS3 camera for $7. That's a little bit expensive. Oh, but look at that. Another one for $4. I will go ahead and oh, and another one for $4. And another one for $7. So we'll go ahead and take the $4 ones and leave the $7. And now the section we've all been waiting for, the actual games. Got a limited run game there, definitely priced up though, unfortunately. Oh, looks like they definitely know about Wii Party. $43, dang. Ooh, a really nice condition Tokitori Complete. I'll have to look that up and see what that's going for. And yeah, it looks like it's priced just about right. We've got one sold of $150, so I know where they got that price. Also looking at those Pokemon games there, those are priced pretty close to market value as well. Honestly, these glass cases are not usually the places that you're going to find great deals, because usually everything in here has already been looked up and priced accordingly. For example, that Heart Gold down there is priced pretty close to current market values, honestly maybe a little bit higher for loose condition. They definitely have an excellent stock here, but not the most competitive prices I've seen. Ooh, we've got an Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem over there for $95. Oh, look at that. They're selling the Bubble Bobble 2 Repro cart, clearly labeled at least as a Repro, but still $30 for a Repro cart? Come on. Ooh, dang, that one definitely caught my eye. Bomberman 64, the second attack, but $250. That is an expensive game. EVO for $300. I can't say I've ever come across that game before. Did not know it existed. So these shelved games over here are definitely the section that I'm more likely to have a bit of luck. One thing that I had a lot of luck with last time is looking for games that are still sealed but that are priced as used, so I'll definitely be looking for that and keeping you guys updated as to my findings. Okay, so here's one that is exactly what I was talking about up here. Paddington Adventures in London. Brand new, sealed, only marked at $5. But unfortunately, when I pulled it up here on the seller app, in brand new condition, it only goes for $10, so we're gonna leave this one. Alright, so we found our first 2 video game buys here in the PS3 section. This one is $6 and it should go for about $12 after fees. And then this guy up here, the Ultimate Stealth Triple Pack, you can see also $12 after fees, and that one is $7. See, this one here at $22, Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2 is another one that's gone up in value recently. Check this out. $50 is the lowest FBA price, $38 after fees, so that is enough for me. So here's another game that is a little bit underpriced. Skylander Swap Force doesn't go for quite as much as it used to, but you can see on Amazon in used condition the lowest used FBA is $30 or $21 after fees, which is pretty good. The only thing that gives me pause is that the lowest copy listed is $23, but I think I'll go ahead and take a risk with it and hope that it does sell at the lowest FBA price. Okay, so this is something kind of interesting that I've really never dabbled in before. This is the very scratch section of the video game area, and almost all the games you can see are priced at $2. I do have a resurfacing machine, so if I can find some that are like really significant bargains, I may go ahead and just take a risk on them. All right, so I just visually scanned everything on this very scratch shelf. There wasn't anything that really caught my eye. Nothing that was super underpriced. I would guess this is probably a regular hub for other local collectors, bargain hunters, and resellers. Well, unfortunately, no major profit to be had in the Wii or Wii U sections or the original Xbox. Did a little bit of searching, but ultimately the prices here have just been pretty accurate, so let's go check out. All right, so we are done in McKay's now. Here is the haul that we are coming out with. We got a couple of Skylanders figures. Each of these cameras will sell in the range of like 12 or so after fees, so a little bit of profit there. And then we got 4 games, 3 PS3 and an Xbox One. I'd say the expected profit on this stuff once it all sells is around $50, putting our total for the morning at in the neighborhood of $350, give or take, depending a lot on whether or not that Wii works. So overall, a really solid morning of game hunting. I have to go get lunch right now, and then I'm gonna spend the afternoon going to the video game stores of Knoxville and seeing if I can have some similar success. That'll probably be one of the next videos I upload, so if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, make sure to turn notifications on for the channel so you'll know when the heck it drops. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming along today on this journey, and until next time, I will catch you all on the flip.